Godiva.
Yeah.
So, because I actually played some Lady Godiva, I think, with you with Dragon song when I filled in.
Yeah, that's right. Because Dragon Song always played that song.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Godiva was a song that I wrote. I wrote the main bulk of it in 1992 when I was playing with Hookah, which was the band that sat on Giant Mushrooms, a psychedelic band.
Okay.
And it never really got anywhere at that point in time. In the later 90s, around 97, I came up with the whole Peeping Tom Forever Gone middle section,
Right.
and added that in the middle. And Storm Season actually performed the song a couple of times live, and it was part of it was briefly part of our set, and then finally I recorded it in 2005 when I was very frustrated at the time because I had lost Freak Show, which was a band that I had simultaneously for a while with Brood X.
Brood
I guess
X,
it was,
yes.
yeah, with Brood X early on,
Right.
and it sort of fell apart. And Tom was part of the reason it fell apart. Tried to bring Tom
Whatever
in.
happened to Tom?
I have no idea. I still have the gas mask that we made him wear during the original photo sessions. It's sitting over my mantle. But yeah, Screw the Bastards was my solo album dedicated to all my former bandmates, without whom I wouldn't have had to make this fucking solo album in the first place. So I forced myself at the beginning of 2005 to play all the instruments on the song. It took me about a month to record all the parts. It was my first time playing drums. It was my first time playing bass. It was my first time playing lead guitar on any recording. And I just beat it to death until I got it right. That's all I could do. I was recording 3 to 10 seconds at a time in some
Right.
cases just to get the parts all correct. And then a couple years later, when I was in Dragon Song, I wanted to do it. I was like, it was the closest I ever had to a hit. So Jeremy and I rehearsed it up, and Dragon Song played a pretty good version of it actually.
Right.
It was more or less true to the original, and got most of the details right. I was pretty happy with the Dragon Song version, and it sat dormant until I brought it back for Planet Sam in 2017.
Planet Sam.
Yep. And Planet Sam is basically a thing I've thrown together. Starting in 2017, there have now been several different versions of it as people have come and gone. Yeah. And there's going to be another one. Scream wants me to tour with them.
Hey.
Scream wants to go on tour with Planet Sam.
Nice.
In April. There is no Planet Sam at the moment, so I don't know what to do, but I'm going to have to put something together.
Got 4 months.
Yeah, I've got 4 months to get it figured out. Planet Sam was basically, the entire concept was, I'm just going to pretend that these other bands, they're all in the past. I can't get it back. We're not going to try to recreate the sound. We're going to just try to get the songs down. And the versions of it always come out interesting. Henry's always been the chaos factor, and he was the first person I asked to be in the band.
Right.
Because I don't know what he's going to do ever. I don't know what instrument he's going to play.
Right.
Because he's just a character, and he's very, very creative. So I just let Henry do what Henry does.
Yeah, and it works.
Yeah, it does. It works really well, particularly on the violin. I like the violin.
Yes.
And I put an oboe in his hands once on the song "Milo on the Sea," which is the only thing I can actually play guitar and sing.
I never Milo on the Sea. I think I played that one with you before once or twice.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Milo on the Sea was the only song I actually could play. I could actually sing and play guitar at the same time.
More than I can do.
It took me 17 years to learn just to play that song on guitar and keep it together on vocals. I'm not very good at multitasking that way.
Right.
Although I could do it with the drum kit, weirdly. The first time I ever played drums like in a rehearsal situation was when we didn't have a drummer in storm season in 1998 for like 3 months, and I got frustrated just doing acoustic all the time. So I was like, I'm getting behind the drum kit, and I'll see what I can do. So I actually got to the point where I could play like the kick, but I could play the kick pedal and the hi-hat pedal with my feet and do my flute solos.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah, so I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, and that pretty much took us up to last summer when we did the State Theater show, which actually went over pretty well.
Right.
Went over well enough that they want us to go on tour.
Right. Yes.
So I'll take that. But yeah, Super Saturnalia was it was a polyglot. It was about half a Legend of the Bat and a couple of Dragon Song people, and it was just whoever I had available at the time.
Right.
We just pulled it together.
Early incarnation of Planet Sam before you even
in a way, it probably kind of was like that, because I drew evenly from Dragon Song and Legend. There's 2 Legend people and 2 Dragon Song people in it.
Nice.
Plus, 3 of the people that I lived with.
Right.